Hope we're live. I think we're live. Let's do that. Okay, let's make sure we get this out to the people. Copy the link. Okay. And then, sorry, tiny bit tardy, just a tiny bit tardy. But I blame myself. Actually, I blame Nige. You know, I always blame Nige. He had to go do some stuff before the show started. Here we go. Let's paste that to the sliders. I believe that's the correct link, hopefully. And let's go to the Facebook and let's open this up so I can see people coming in and out. And we go to the YouTube. And we go to the live. Okay, so far so good. And here we go. Another Zola live show is starting now. YouTube. Okay, there we go. We'll post that. And we'll go to the other guy. What's on your mind? A Sunday fun day episode with the Zolas starts now. Okay. On YouTube. Okay, there we go. Now we're moving. People are coming in like that. Good, good. Oh, right, and then I just gotta get that out to Mike and Patty real quick. Sorry, give me 1 second. Mike and Patty, there we go. Paste, start. Okay. Well, hello, Lolo. Good to see you, my friend. Yes, all right. Sunday. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday. Man, I wish this weekend had lasted a little longer. I feel like I didn't get the full time of the weekend and stuff. Let's let a couple more people jump in and then we'll get going. Sent that to Pat Morris. Okay, okay, okay. All right, so, let's see, it is Sunday, the 14th, December 14th. We're just mere days away from Crow's birthday, which is exciting. I think he's the 19th, if I'm not mistaken. And, I was gonna give you the review from last night. So Jake and I went on a little date night and went to the movies, which was fun. And we saw a movie called Eternity, I believe it is, with Miles Teller and Elizabeth Olsen, one of the other Olsen family members, not the twins or the blonde girl. And it was very cute. It's a fine, fine date movie. It reminded me a lot of Defending Your Life, if you remember that one with Albert Brooks way back when, Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep, which was great. Ooh, excuse me. Nige, over here, buddy. Ay, he's gonna get caught under there. He's wandering around, the blind man. Nigel, buddy. Oh, I hope he can make it out of there, dude. He's like getting deeper. Nope, wrong way, buddy. I may have to go rescue him. Wow, I don't even know how he's contorting himself to go where he's going right now. And all blind, all by feel. Anyway, very cute movie. You don't have to rush out and see it in the theater, although I'm sure they would appreciate that, but definitely catch it when it's on the streaming. Oh, hello, Thomas. Good to see you, sir. And Sorry, I'm distracted by Nige. I'm just hoping he can make it out of there and get to his food, which is over here before the little one realizes and comes out. Nige, come on, buddy. Let me. Yeah, he's trapped. Give me 1 second. Nige, come on, you goof. Here. That way. Here we go. Come here. Nige, come on out. Come on out. There you go, bud. Now, look at all this good food over here. What's that? Try that. There you go. Okay. I'm trying a new food method for him, but we'll see if that works. Anyway, yeah, so Sunday, good stuff, and that movie is very fun. I have to catch up on, I think I'm 2 behind now on Stranger Things, so I got some work to do this weekend. Jake is not here right now, so she's doing a quick trip for work, and so she'll be back on Wednesday, I think, and then out to upstate New York. So it's just gonna be us, guys. Should be good. All right. I think that's all the news that is the news. So let me get you some Alan Stein music ready here. Opening with lyrics. There we go. Fantastic. Oh, good. He's actually trying some food. That's good. That's a good thing. He didn't eat it all today. I was a drag show supporting the local dog rescue today. Oh, nice. Okay, good. Right. Okay. Hi there. Good to see you. We're all set here. Ready? Well, welcome to the Old-Timey Slideshow, brought to you by OPS Other People's Slides. I am still and always your host, Judd, right here, solo, except for the Nuge, in the secret LA bunker, and it is episode, for those keeping track at home, 2093, or 2080 in a row. And with that, my friends, let's start the show.
Just when you were thinking there's much more we should be drinking, comes the master of disaster with a bunch of slides. Who's? Other people's slides. Wait, really? Yeah, other people's slides.
Oh my, indeed. Here we go. Let's turn the beat around for the OPS Live on YouTube. A little crooked though. There we go. Okay. OPS Live on YouTube. And with that, it is... Where's my clicker? Here we go. It is the John and Katie Zola show. Alan Stein just back from NYC. Excellent. Welcome back, sir. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you had an excellent trip and saw lots of good stuff. And you'll have to tell us all about that. Alrighty, here we go. Woo, excuse me. We are going to start out with 1978. It's the it's the Santa Fe Dam and a flowing San Gabriel River in Irwindale, California, evidently. I think the dam is way in the back there. You know what? Let me do one other thing real quickly. Stand by 1 second. I'm going to just help the Nige out with a little bit of light. I think, where's my light? There it is. Okay, yeah, I'm going to put a little light on for him so he can see what he's doing. Let's see. No, not that one. Yeah, that should work. There you go. That hopefully helps him out. Okay. All right, so what am I doing? Right, San Gabriel, Santa Fe Dam. All right, next up, 1979, snow-capped San Gabriel Mountains, as seen from, and you can kind of see it on the left there, and you'll see it in the next one very clearly, the Santa Anita racetrack. Hello, Patty, welcome back. Good to see you. This is, yeah, Santa Anita in... where is that? San Gabriel. It is in, I don't know, it's out that way on the, if you take the 10 way out there, you can get to it. I know that. I did a BMW test drive there at some point, which was fun. Not on the track itself, but in the parking lot. Next up, here's more of the San Gabriel Mountains. There it is. That's the Santa Anita Parkway. It was amazing, just in time. Chess, you saw Chess, nice. Maybe Happy Ending. I didn't see that one. I never heard of that one actually. All incredible and innovative. The Queen of Versailles, music by Stephen Schwartz and starring Chenoweth. Nice. Was horrible. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, you know. Everybody, you know, not everybody hits every time, unfortunately. All right, so yeah, that's Santa Anita Racetrack with San Gabriel Mountains in the background, snow for Jake. And then one last one, here's snow-capped San Gabriel Mountains as seen from Huntington Drive and Monterey Avenue. And this is an excellent old school shell sign with the gas prices at 71 for the big, you know, the high end stuff. That's only in 1978. It was 71 cents. That's insane. Holy cow. All right, now going back to 1978 for this is the former home. Oh, this is cool actually. Here's our little piece of history. The former home of William Newton Monroe, founder of Monrovia. How about that? William Newton Monroe, founder of Monrovia. That's a nice digs for that guy. Still 78. Here is our old pal Spats, Kitty for Janet. Spats in Mary's duplex, looking sharp. He's very symmetrical in his markings. If you notice, he's got like the inverted Christmas tree sort of. You know, both. He's got a spike there, spike there, in, and then the arrow pointing down. Equal socks for everything. It's a handsome cat. All right, that's Spats, 1978. Here is 1988. I think this is one of the friends of the Lee family. This is Kathy Feeney. We saw her the other day with the big 80s hair. Love it. Kathy Feeney on a planter in front of Tom and Mary's duplex. Oops, sorry, enhance, there you go. I can't quite read her shirt, but yeah, there she is doing some games for Lola there. And then, so that's 1988, and then, so 20 years earlier, this is Kathy Pang, and Pang is her maiden name, marrying Mr. Ben Yee. There we are at the wedding. And in this picture we have Mary's pal Annette Corpron in the pink, I believe it is Mary's best pal, Annette. And then here's more of Kathy and Ben's wedding. There they are. There's Ben looking very happy, following the bride. And that's 1968. Here's 1973. Also Annette in this one. Here's Annette holding a kitty for Janet. That's not Spats. That's a different cat, I think. But yeah, that's Mary's pal, Annette. I think roommate also at some point, if I'm not mistaken. And it says holding kitty at Brackman's apartment in Rosemead. And then speaking of the Brackmans, here is 1972 Grandma Brackman. There you go, Grandma Brackman, Katie in the background, and Annette. And this is at Annette's welcome home party in 1972 in Arcadia, California. I'm not sure where she was coming back from, but there you go. Let's see, that's 72. Here's Grandpa, wait a second, Grandpa Beckman and Rick Corporon. I'm assuming that's Annette's brother. Grandpa Beckman and Rick Corporon at Annette's welcome home party. And then we've got, oh, interesting, this is like a big square one, okay. And then we've got, let's see, Grandpa Beckman. Next up, 72, here's Ben Yee, now 3 years married. No, sorry, 4 years married at this point. Yes, there's Ben Yee, and look at John. Look at John in the striped pants, the 70s outfit extraordinaire with the stash. Love it. That, of course, is John Zola, our host. So that's Ben Yee and John Zola and Grandma Brackman at the welcome home party. And then finally for this one, it's 1972 still, Grandpa and Grandma Brackman. And there is Mary and Annette at the welcome home party with 2 cakes, not just 1 cake, but 2 cakes for Annette. And lots of Snoopy images going on here. I guess she must have been a Snoopy fan. Interesting that they would have, Annette was a lay missionary in Kenya. Wow, okay. That's impressive. I'm sure, you know, we probably have some photos of that, maybe. I don't know. We do have some Kenya stuff somewhere, I think. Anyway, all right, so that's 72. Now we're going to the 1967 Rotary trip. It is the Rotary Europe trip, and we're going to start off, and I think actually spend all our time in Portugal. This is the viewpoint overlooking Lisbon, and that is Mary and Katie looking over Lisbon in Portugal. Nice crenellations on that castle across the way there. Rotary Euro trip part 2. This is impressive. The Formal Gardens. Look at these. This is the Formal Gardens in Lisbon, and that is some serious topiaryisms. I don't know what you would call that exactly, but very impressive topiary work. They're not quite maze hedges. They're just well-kept hedges. And a lot of them. Like, that is really, really cool. Let's see, that is the Formal Gardens. Now here's the Lisbon Botanical Gardens with 2 large birds for Kim. Or 3 or 4 large birds, actually. Those look like, I believe those are stork, if I'm not mistaken. Mistorken. See what I did there? Yeah, I think those are stork in the gardens there. And if those are, and they all dropped off at once, somebody got quince. Just kidding. Now here is some Portuguese women at the Nazaré Overlook. Or at a Portuguese woman at the Nazaré Overlook with that little dude. And there we go. And then, speaking of the Nazaré Overlook, here's Mary and Katie at the Nazaré Overlook. I may be pronouncing that wrong, but it's got the Nazare with an apostrophe, so maybe Nazaré, I don't know. Let's see, that is Mary and Katie, still in Portugal, still 67. Here's a close-up of Tom and John and Katie and Mary, all at the Nazaré Overlook. Everybody looking sharp. 1967. Careful, buddy. All right, all right. Stay on target, pal. He kind of wanders in a bit of a fog. Okay, let's see. Here's again the viewpoint looking over. Careful, careful, you're okay. Yes, probably maybe skin for skin. Probably not. It looks a little chilly for that. But this is a very cool shot of the overlook of from the overlook of Nazaré, and that is still Portugal. And then our last one from the Rotary Europe trip, 1967 in Portugal. Here is the porcelain roadside stand selling all sorts of wares. Oh, that's very interesting. The well, first of all, there's a little bit of a Kodak, like an oversized Kodak box, way up top there, and then this Alpha thing, or no, sorry, Agfa, right here. I think these are like oversized, so like display things. Agfa was a different kind of film also that you could use back in the day, and that's very interesting that they would have that at a porcelain shop, I suppose. Hey, buddy, you're okay. Go sit down, please, and thank you. Okay, so now that's our Rotary trip 67. Here we go, 1964 for this next round. This is the let's see if I can get this one right. Chichicastenango Guatemalan Market. Chichicastenango. That's no easy word to pronounce. So yeah, this is a very big mountain in Guatemalan. Don't be afraid of my Guatemalanness. Is that where the giant waves are? I don't know that from. Sorry, I missed your question earlier. Yeah, so the rest of these next 6 or 8, I think, are from the same Chichicastenango market. Here's a big one. Yep. Yeah, lots of hats. And look at this lady's got some serious beads. I think that's a lady. Yeah. She's got some serious gold beads on, like she's the Guatemalan Mr. T, or Ms. T, I suppose. More market here. You got the Lemon Man and tomatoes, etc. And maybe he's selling baskets also, but I'm not sure. And here's this lady with her excellent hat, selling what looks like hot peppers, perhaps. Yeah, great colors. Everybody's always wearing really good colors here, for the most part. That's kind of cool. Next up, here's this little man with his hat. I love this guy. And they are selling, what are they selling there? It looks like maybe blueberries or something blue. And yams. I'm not sure what the heck's going on here. I'm not sure what those skewers are either. Oh, and they also have weird little bells for some reason, but yeah, there you go. Okay. So that's that little man. Here is this oldster also selling what looks like dried peppers. He's got his scales of justice there to make sure no one's getting cheated. And yeah, it's the Three Amigos right there. All right, next up is the oh, interesting. I was gonna say those look like humongous blueberries, but clearly those are not blueberries. I don't know what the heck those are. Interesting. I do not know. All right. Nice. Where are we going, bud? All right, moving on. Here is, I think the last of the market. No, maybe we have one more after this, but I'm not sure what they're making there. It looks like some chicken and some, maybe kind of a hummus thing or something. I'm not sure. Everybody's got the hats. Hats are big over there. All the dudes are wearing hats at least. And this shot, well, except for the little guy. Oops, and hats. There you go. There you go. Sorry. All right, let's see. Do we have another Guatemala? No. All right, we're now. This is now the Orient trip, 1961, and we are heading to Thailand. Here we go, and this is the Bangkok River in Thailand with a cool little bridge over it, and lots of boats. Oh yeah, Lolo, you're gonna get toasty tonight, pal. I'm very tired as usual. All right, so that is that. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing, old man? Yeah, Bangkok River there. More Bangkok River here. I'm not sure what the white stuff is. If those are something that they're selling, maybe they're making hats with it. I don't know exactly. But that seems to be a stop along the way. And yeah, go ahead up in there. Wait. Let's go in there. Sorry, let me put him down into the donut. Here is the next one up. There we go. It's the spice boat. Who doesn't love a good spice boat? There it is. Oh, careful watching. Okay. All right. Hopefully that'll keep him quiet for a couple minutes, at least till this is over. I think I'm gonna also move this thing off because now he's done and it's affecting our show. There we go. Okay, now, where are we? There's my, okay. Still Thailand, Bangkok River. Here's some kids bathing, I think. Yep, oh, a little naked butt there, sorry. Yeah, the kids bathing down by the river. These houses are so bizarre in how they're put together. They're just kind of like slapdash on top of old other stuff. Like there's pylons here that look like they rotted out, dozens of years ago. And then they just put up weird random bamboo instead and keep going. Very strange. Here we go now to the Bangkok Monument. This is a cool shot. I'm assuming this is somewhere in the center of town with a super cool old Jeep looking thing in front there and this very large roundabout here as well. But that is a very cool monument. I'm not sure who it's to or for, but it looks kind of cool. Oh, look at that. And the big Kodak sign on your right there. So well branded. Nicely done. Next up is a Bangkok street scene. There you go. Oh, interesting. They've got the flag up, the U.S. flag, and this is what year? 61. 61. Right, Alan Stein, you just heard One Night in Bangkok. Exactly. That's so funny. Wait, 1, 2, 3. So that's what is that, a 48 star flag, or is that a, wait a second, let's do a quick, oops, sorry. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that doesn't make any sense. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45 plus 5. Yeah, that's 50 state flag. Wait a minute, I thought. Oh, right, 56 was Alaska and Hawaii. Okay, never mind. All right, so Bangkok street scene. And next up, this is the Bangkok Palace. Very impressive architecture here. Look at the roof line on that. That's super cool with all the spikes and excellent bonsai trees surrounding. That is crazy. That's Bangkok Palace 1. Here is another view, Bangkok Palace again. Again, I wonder how long it took to train those trees to do that. That's crazy. And two more Bangkok Palace shots. Here's one. Lots of very impressive green grass. And, oops, sorry, unenhance. There you go. All right, and And then one last shot of the Bangkok Palace for the night. This should be also 61. And there it is. That's actually a great shot. They framed it from inside the wherever they are, and that looks really, really cool. Again, I love these like just evil, spiky, whatever the heck those things are. They look very ominous. I like it. Okay, so now we're going to go to an Artshaw close-up slide, and oh, good news, my friends. I did manage to get over to the storage unit today, and I was going through different collections. I boosted up our Schmidt collection, which was lagging, and I think that may be near the end, or the actual end of the Schmidt collection. Once we go through this batch. Also added on a bunch of trays from the Lice collection for our Friday night show, I think it is. And I was going through this other one that I was trying to sort, and I did find, I found about 20 or 30 slides that are gonna be our next interstitial slides. So we're now gonna hit the Artshaw close-up here. There you go, it's a close-up of a dandelion. And then once we're done with these, there's probably about, I don't know, maybe 2 more weeks worth or a week and a half's worth of these interstitials from Art. But the next one, I think you're really gonna enjoy it. It's a series in different spots in the country of different signs, that's all I'm gonna say. But I think it's gonna be fun. It's a good collection for interstitials. So just keep in mind that's coming down the pike. All right, so tonight's movie is, oh, and then that was the other thing. I brought all we actually went through and used, luckily I was able to get there today because we were out of Zola films as of last Sunday. And I was able to pick up the other box full of Zola films, so we now have another big box full of good stuff to go through. This first one is one of the Tom short ones. I think this was again at Disneyland, I think. But Tom is an odd man who likes to focus on not anything that you normally would focus on at Disneyland, if it is in fact Disneyland. But it does have that same girl that was very shy the other day when we saw that Tom short, and then there's a lot of just random slow-mo, like unnecessary slow-mo shots. But I figured that we'll get through that one real quickly, and then I'll start to clean up and categorize the rest of these and see what we can do. So with that, my friends, there we go. It's movie time, and let me get you some Alan Stein music for that, of course. So with that, let's go to the movies. Go. Uh-oh, what's that? There we go. Okay. Yes, see, so I think... Alright, hang on. Thank you, Alan. There we go. I think this is the Jungle Ride, I think. But again, I think he also accidentally kicked it into super slow-mo mode. So he's burning up a ton of film on not a lot of exciting stuff. So right now we're just riding on the water. And we don't even get to see any of the hippos or anything. So it's a little weird. And he's just focusing dead center on the water, so nothing super special. And then of course, yes, and then of course he focuses on more plants. He's a big fan of plants and flowers. So lots of weeds. Maybe, and again, this may not be Disney. I just feel like at the end you'll see this part kind of reminds me of a load unload at Disney, so I'm a little confused. Yeah, there's a little waterfall that we can see for a split second. I think that's like Tom Sawyer stuff right there on the right. But again, it's not, he's not focusing on any of it. There's the waterfall. So you can't really identify. Maybe somebody who's been on that ride a bunch can tell you, but I'm not that guy. Oh, maybe that's the backside of water gag that you're talking about? Yeah, and then here he goes. He's focused on the super close-up on the flowers. Not my thing. Flowers. Yeah, see this. I think this is the unload at Disneyland. And you see he's zooming in. See, this is again why we're super slow-mo. But you'll see that he zooms in on his gal pal there in the blue behind these people. And of course, this blonde girl, you see her right there. Right, that was the gal who was so embarrassed and wouldn't ever smile for camera. She was very shy. So there you go. Anyway, and then of course it goes back to flowers, and that's the rest of the show. And so I will, once we, hold on, there we go. Okay. I think I'm going to take the rest of the evening tonight to try and start sorting through the rest of these films and cleaning them up and preparing them. I think these need a little more help than the last batch. But we'll see what we can find. So, anyway, good stuff. And this has been yet another Kodak Carousel Projector production, directed by Judd and co-starring you guys and Nigel. And a big thanks to Patty and Mike, of course, for the collection again, and to you guys for hanging out. And let's see, tomorrow is Monday. Let's see, Monday, Schmidt Monday, Milt Schmidt Monday. So we've got a new batch of Schmitty stuff to go find. And let's see. Oh, tomorrow's gonna be potentially either very late or very early, like 5:30, 5:15 sort of thing. Let me know your preferences on earlier or late. I am going to see a movie tomorrow night. Actually, I'm going to see The Shining on IMAX tomorrow night. Oh boy, that's going to be good stuff. I'm very excited about that. But it's I think the show starts at 6:15, so it's going to have to be either really early or potentially pretty late, like 9 o'clock is my guess. I'm thinking 9 o'clock is going to work better. But I'll keep you posted once I decide. And yeah, I think that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow for episode, let's see, tonight was, what did I say it was? Tonight was episode 2093 or 2080 in a row. So tomorrow will be 2094. And with that, my friends, we will see you guys tomorrow. Some slide time. Same slide channel, YouTube. And with that, until then, sorry, yes, that's right. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy, and good night.